So, like, what do you even want to talk about? Honestly, I can't think of a slate of games within my lifetime that has been less exciting than what we were given on Sunday, October 24th. What's funny is that you and we were literally just talking Sunday morning about how last week, week 6, it brought us a lot of exciting matchups, and we're like, oh, dude, this is going to be sick. We're going to have so many good games, and then every game was a fucking blowout. We're like, oh, week 7, no good matchups. However, this is going to be one of those weeks that surprises us. We're going to get some good games, and good God, could we have been more wrong? And so, anyways, this is probably an overreaction, but Justin, do the Chiefs stink?
I think they're like legitimately a bad team.
That might be a hot take, and I'm a Chargers fan, so I hate them, and I want to say that. But, bro, like, dude, what the fuck is going on with Patrick Mahomes?
Okay, so like, we'll talk about Patrick Mahomes, but I think the biggest thing was, like, the Chiefs stopped the run today. Derrick Henry averaged 3 yards, and they still put up 27 points on the Chiefs.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
Like, even if your defense plays a little bit well, they suck. So that's kind of what tells me, like,
the offense didn't show up either.
Everything went wrong.
It's like, oh, our defense has been so bad. So was the offense today. Everything was bad. It's like they're making mistakes that you just didn't expect the Chiefs to be making.
And you thought they'd honestly figure it out and just kind of like right the ship, but like nothing has changed. Like Mahomes has gotten worse. He was 20 for 35 today with a pick, a lost fumble, and 4 sacks. Awful.
He had 2 lost fumbles actually. He had 2 lost fumbles. And I fact check me on that. But the turnovers still, regardless, there was at least 3 or 4 turnovers for the Chiefs, and this is not the first week this has been happening. They've been doing it all season. This is Patrick Mahomes' 16th game in a row with an interception. Patrick Mahomes, he's so skilled. I'm not trying to take away from the skills that he has. However, the guy's fucking undisciplined. He's just undisciplined. And so, like, but on the other side, you know, let's give credit to the Titans. I've been a big Tannehill hater, and he looks good.
Tannehill looked really good, and the defense looked good. Their defense looked really good. They got 4 sacks. They got a pick. The pick was like, you know what I mean? But like the forced fumbles, like their defense looked good, and the Titans' defense hasn't looked good all season, so it was kind of surprising to see.
I don't care how bad the Chiefs play. Holding the Chiefs to 3 points, it deserves credit. Derrick Henry, here's the thing, he's an absolute monster, but they didn't even need him today. He had a passing touchdown. Just goes to show that he can do anything. Yeah. But like, bro, the Chiefs' defense is historically bad. They give up, on average, 7 yards a play. This is one of the worst defenses that literally the NFL has ever seen. It's just hilarious because they're paying guys like Frank Clark $22 million a year and Chris Jones $26 million a year, which should be a crime. That literally is a crime against humanity.
Those guys are stealing money. They're thieves.
Their agents deserve MVPs. But, okay, so let's talk about a really good AFC North matchup, which, in my opinion, is the best division in the NFL right now. Justin, if you were to tell me that back in week 7 that the Bengals would be winning the AFC North, they're currently first place back in March. If you were to tell me that, like, I would say that you're smoking crystal meth.
Dude, and here's my thing. It's like officially, the Bengals
how officially?
They're very finally officially a good team. Like, they crushed the Lions. They crushed my Lions.
On a scale from 1 to officially.
They're officially. And here's the thing. It's like Joe Burrow looks great, but Jamar Chase looks like a generational talent. He looks like one of the best receivers we've ever seen come out. He's literally setting rookie records. Dude, today where he had that freaking catch where he spun after like 3 defenders were trying to tackle him and then just ran an extra 40 yards for a touchdown. You're like, who fucking does that?
Look at the stats. He's top 10 in several categories for receivers right now in the NFL. And I think he's born in 2000, 2001, just to make us feel really shitty about ourselves.
Well, here's
But, dude, the guy's a beast.
Well,
he's a beast.
Dude, The offense is like the footnote, in my opinion. The defense has been fucking nails.
Yeah.
Lamar completed less than 50% of his passes today, threw no touchdowns, and he was sacked 5 times.
Dude, isn't the NFL weird? The NFL's so weird. Think about it. So the Ravens beat the shit out of the Chargers last week. The Chargers beat the shit out of the Raiders, who beat the Ravens. And now the Ravens just beat the Bengals, who, Justin, let me ask you, if the Chargers and the Bengals were to play each other, who do you think would win that game? Probably the Chargers.
Probably Chargers, but
Probably the Chargers.
It's a circle. The whole thing's a circle.
It just goes to show that if you don't show up in the NFL, any team can beat you. And even then, like, I'm not saying that the Bengals are just any team. They actually are really good, and Joe Burrow's the truth.
Yeah, and
awesome.
and it's just the whole thing is a cycle of, well, this team beat this team, so this team is better than this team, but they beat this team.
Fuck that shit.
That's stupid. The whole NFL is a circle. Every given Sunday, bro, anyone can win. Make sure you superimpose like one of those. You know how Disney does like the thing where they're like, "Welcome to Disney," and they do like the wand. Make sure you do that with my circle. Okay?
Dude, I mean, like, so overall, the Bengals are not bad, and it's just really insane to think that they're a realistic candidate for the playoffs.
Chidobe Awuzie, their corner they signed from the Cowboys,
Bless you.
is fuck you, and is literally the 5th best corner in the NFL. And Jesse Bates is one of the top safeties. Sam Hubbard has like 4.5 sacks. Trey Hendrickson has 6.5 sacks. That defense, Logan Wilson is their middle linebacker is 2nd in the NFL in interceptions.
So also, let's think about their losses this year. So they lost to the Packers, and who's the other team that the Bengals lost to? They're not 6-1, are they?
No,
they're 5-2. They're 5-2. They lost to the Packers, which is an extremely respectable loss.
Yeah,
and they played them tight. There's a joke in there somewhere. I mean, like, I could look it up real quick, but my computer's slow. You're doing it? You're doing it? So, dude, the Bengals, I never in a million years, well, I should say just in recent years, did I expect them to be playoff contenders this year. And it's very...
Oh, they lost to Chicago.
That's not a horrible loss, though, because, I mean, the Bears, their defense is still good, man. Today, Sunday was not a good...
And it was only their 2nd game of the season, too.
Yeah, and also, like the Bears just absolutely pooped the bed today. And we're filming this on Sunday, for the record. And, like, there was, like, 38-3 against the Bucs. But also, you know, Tom Brady putting up 38 points against you, there isn't that much shame in that. So, anyways, Justin, let's talk about a couple teams that started the season 3-0 and are now 3-4. So first, there are 2 teams, the Broncos and the Panthers.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
We're going to keep this one short because this one's the Broncos, and I've said this from the get-go. The Broncos were frauds. Their true colors have finally been shown that they suck. Broncos fans are like, it doesn't matter. A win's a win in the NFL. But I'm like, you beat the Jaguars, the Giants, and the Jets. And it's like you literally beat the 3 worst teams in the NFL. And it's like, okay. And then they finally play a few good teams and they lose every single game.
And it's not even like it's close either. It's not like these are close games. The Browns had no offense on Thursday. Baker Mayfield was out. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. I'm pretty sure Jarvis Landry barely played. And then... the
heart and soul of their team
and Odell was hurt, was barely playing with the shoulder injury.
And
they still beat them.
And the Browns still fucking won. And so the Broncos are frauds. I've said it from the beginning. We're going to leave it at that. As for the Panthers, oh my God.
Dude, this is...
Sam Darnold, holy shit.
This is
PJ Walker.
This is way more of a nightmare than the Broncos have. Because honestly, in my opinion, when it was all happening, people were saying, hey, the Panthers might be good, but everyone was saying the Broncos are frauds. You know what I mean? Like, when they were both start off 3-0, a lot of people were like, hey, the Panthers might be good, but no one was saying that about the Broncos, except for Broncos fans, maybe.
Dude, the Broncos were sitting at the NFL table, and they're like, we're 3-0. And Roger Goodell's like, yeah, you're 3-0, and we're looking at your record, and it's gone. And it's gone. And it's gone.
Yeah, well, dude, Darnold's just brutal. 7 touchdowns, 8 picks through the first 7 games. He got benched for PJ Walker today.
Yeah,
not a great look.
Yeah. Dude, that's not a good look. But I will say, to the Panthers' credit, I will say 2 things. They give up barely anything for Sam Darnold, and they also have been they haven't had the best luck with injuries. And so, you know, which you can say this about a lot of teams, they're QB and an O-line away from being good. Because, dude, they got Shaq Thompson. They got Jeremy Chin. They have J.C. Horn, who has shown signs that he can absolutely be good. like the defense is good. The defense is, or at least has the potential to be good.
But here's the thing: is today they gave up 25 points
to the fucking
Giants.
To the fucking Giants.
To Daniel Jones.
To the fucking Giants. Without, there was, I think Slayton was playing.
That's not a good. That's not a good offense.
No, but no Kadarius Toney. They didn't have.
They didn't have Saquon.
Or Saquon, yeah, dude. Like, and on top of it, like, dude, let's talk about CMC, bro.
Dude, it's over. Like, dude, the guy's hurt always. He was hurt at Stanford. He was hurt last year. He's hurt again. Like, what do people not fucking get about injury-prone running back?
Yeah, exactly. And also drafting running backs in the first 5 picks is always, that's a lock. Always.
Yeah, Dalvin's always super healthy, and they didn't pay him a ton of money. It's dude, you're dumb. You're dumb. Like, this is going to happen every time.
People are saying Matt Rule's a really good head coach without, like, really any experience in the NFL. And I'm like, we'll see. We'll see. And now we've seen that he's not. Because, like, I'm not saying that the roster is amazing, but your roster is better than losing 25-3 to the freaking Giants. That's really, really bad. And so last but not least, we're going to talk about how the Raiders and the Eagles played each other and how there's literally zero chance that Nick Sirianni did not go out to Hakkasan and Omnia right before, to Saturday nights. He was literally right before the game. He was like... And then he's like, oh, shit, I got a fucking game plan.
Just rolling his balls off, and he's like, oh, fuck, I got a coach. Like,
dude, doing some fucking yayo. Dude, like, you're telling me that, like, he didn't party? Like he definitely did. He
Absolutely.
definitely did. And it showed, not that I expected the Eagles to play particularly well, but they got exposed by the fucking Raiders. So, I think that kind of proves our point.
Well, at least he had a good weekend, though, because they might have lost, but he definitely got some.
Yeah, no, the adult ballet, that was definitely being visited by Nick Sirianni. Anyways, so this week kind of sucked. Oh, and on top of it, Justin, is next week really that much better?
It's worse.
It's arguably worse. The best matchup is the Thursday game between the Cardinals and the Packers, and which is a good game, but that's the only good game really next week.
So if that game's a blowout, we're kind of fucked.
Yeah. I will say, I do think that the Chargers-Patriots game will be contentious because the Chargers historically just don't do well against Bill Belichick. But we will see how that goes. Tune in next week for another recap of the horrible games that are going on. Thank you very much for watching.